y'all. Waiting on my coffee. Hola, hola. Hey, y'all. The world is ending. I'm about to put on some of my clothes before it does. Not gonna be looking at those stuff burnt up and saying I didn't get a chance. I'm not. It's a wrap. Even if it's just once a week. Putting on some clothes. Hey, y'all. Thank you. Y'all ready? I don't know what you're gonna need today. If you need your shield, your sword, boots, fluffy gear, I don't know what you're gonna need. Okay? But get what you need. Hey, get what you need. Whatever it is that keeps you comfortable. If you need the ambulance, have them on standby. Hey, thank you. Thank you, right? Whatever you're gonna need. You said I'm using all my good stuff too. Yeah, I'm about to put. Y'all want to see my boots? Now, mind y'all, I didn't have these. These is when the boots on the ground deal was going. I got these. Okay, so don't be out here talking crazy, talking about CERCA. No, CERCA been had them. But I want to show y'all. Can I show y'all my boots? How about this? Be careful, girl. Woo! Y'all see my boots? Can y'all see them? They're sparkly cowboy boots, of course. Wait, what else was I gonna do? You see them? They make me very happy. Girl, when I was gonna go to a boots on the ground event and God said, I bet you won't. So then I have the outfit, but I never got to go. You hear me? So y'all, we be boots on the ground today. And y'all see it? Y'all can't see it. I'm gonna show y'all my hat. It took me forever. It ain't a lot. But can y'all see this right here? Can y'all see the sparkles on it? I did them. Can y'all see them all the way around? I did them. Now I was supposed to finish this side. I didn't. Hey, Punky. I didn't finish it. It's okay. Yeah, I put them on there and they worked out. It took forever too. I was going to finish this side. I didn't get to it. I was supposed to do something right here, baby. I did not get to it. Hey, T. Hey, everybody. Thank you. So, put some clothes on at least once a week if you can. Because we don't know what we about to be living like. And I don't want to. I don't want to sit around here sad every day. Because the devil he's working. You hear me? He is. And look, God. And I don't want you to say I wasted all the stuff you gave me. You hear me? I don't want a museum of a house. I don't. Everything in here, I want to be in touch with it before I can't use it no more. Anybody else? You feel like that? We got shrines. Why? We got shrines. All these things except for our, survival stuff. How many times you sat on your designer couch? How many times you use the bread? Them is shrines. Thank you. Baby, open them boxes. You hear me? Open them boxes. Okay? Use that stuff before the electricity ain't here and we can't use it. If you got the clothes, wear them. Because in a minute, I think that our society is getting ready to be very different. Hello. If you bought the tools, use them. Before we can't. You ain't even gotta go nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. As soon as I get off here, all of this is going on the side of the bed. The shoes going back up in the closet. But guess what? I can finally say I wore it. It's not something that's sitting there as a shrine. You said I have a bread maker in the box. I'm going to use it this weekend. Okay, you said I've been really going through it and definitely not taking care of myself. Girl, me either. Nigga, me and my cousin last night, she was getting ready. She had a funeral to go to today. I talked to her last night. She said, cousin, let me get these. I'm about to get my TikTok sander out. I said, girl, we is family. Because, baby, it was so much dead skin and everything. I finally painted my toes after like 2.5 years. Shampooed my hair, right? I did. Because I just been going. Just not, no, yeah, it's okay. Taking long baths again. right? Because the devil wants us to be the easiest target for an enemy. Thank you, Pumpkin. He said, girl, push on up to the store and close just to pick up something. That's what I'll do. You said gotta even if it's to the Dollar Tree, right? I ain't moving around. It's okay though. I feel okay. Right? This was enough. And at first I was like, because I made a skirt to go with it, but I'm gonna have to get that to one of my little cousins or something. I had bought it when I went to Atlanta and I never wore it, and then I put it on there and said, oh, that's cute, but not for you. Put them jeans on, girl. I'm gonna show y'all the skirt I made, and it's been sitting on the side of the forever. And I said, you don't want me wearing that. Because sometimes my creative juices just be flowing, and I'm a very whimsical person. So I had bought this skirt when I went to Atlanta for like $9 or something, right? And it was just an all white like tennis skirt, jean skirt, right? But I went on and took my time and put some swirlies on it. Y'all don't know how long this right here took. It's individual pieces. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's individual pieces of this right here. When I say this took forever, do you hear me? It took forever. And I did this over a year ago, right? I put the pearls on there and did all of this. This is all just me thinking of something to do, right? And I was going to finish some other stuff. I said, yep, this going to somebody. Thank you. But I can't fit it. So I wish I wouldn't have put all this work into it. You hear me? Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to give it to one of my little cousins or something. Y'all see that pocket? It's cute. I put the pearls on there and the diamonds in the little piece right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. I had did this over a year ago. This is what I was sitting doing when I was watching TV. You said, oh, that's cute. Is there a rodeo I don't know about? Because I want to go to. No, I wanted to go to a boots on the ground, and this was going to be my boots on the ground fit. And God said, your boots on the ground is in that office. You be going to no boots on the ground, nothing. I had got my little boots and everything, got all my stuff, made my skirt, was ready. He said, yeah, I bet you don't. I bet you gonna sit right there where you been. What boots on the ground? Your boots on the ground is getting my people ready to get out of here. That's your boots. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bedazzled girl. Thank you. Thank you. Listen. I was ready. He said, I bet you are. You'll be going nowhere. So there's that. Being gave it probably to one of my little cousins or something. I'll probably send it to one of them. I was getting excited. I was thinking about how are you gonna go into a rodeo where horses not around here. The horses is not around here. They're not around here. I can guarantee you that. But y'all know I'm from the country, so cowboy boots and belts and jeans. I grew up seeing that. I mean, my uncles and stuff work in cowboy boots. They'll have a cowboy hat on. My brothers wear cowboy hats. It's a thing. But they got like $1,000 gator boots, custom, fit to their foot and all of. They do that kind of stuff. I don't have that. These are from Amazon. Probably about $40. I'll be right back. They got that. They got that long. I'm waiting. I can't do it. All right, family. So, thank you so much. You said, yep. All right. Girl, I wish it was somewhere he'll let me go right in his house. You let me go nowhere. It's all right. It is what it is. Here we go with this crazy. It has got to be this room, y'all. I ain't cough, felt stuffy. I did blow my nose a couple times today. But other than that, it's only this room that I feel like I can't breathe in here. That's crazy. So, get your armor. We're going on a ride. I don't know what you're going to need. Whatever you need to make it through. Now, if this ain't for you, it ain't for you. If it is, get your stuff. I don't know what you're going to need, okay? I know I probably should have had my shield on and stuff this morning a little bit. And thank you. Hey, Keish. So get your stuff. Are you ready? I hope so. Is this iPad charged? Because we're going to need it. Maybe not. Oh, yes, I got 81%. Come on, girl. Come on. Good afternoon. So, all right. Y'all see the title of the class. If you didn't, it's okay. You can go back and get it later. Please time and date your paper. Please. And yeah. We're gonna move around a little bit. But before we do, there's a little statement that he gave me earlier today. And I'd like to read it to you all in the beginning, and then we're going to go to where we're going to go. Are y'all okay with that? Girl. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. I bedazzled it, Auntie. Hold on, let me show you. It took me forever, but I did. Can you see it? And I did this side too, but I didn't finish, as you can see. But thank you, Auntie. I'm wearing it. I'm not going nowhere. You said I'll be listening. I'm doing some homework right now, but I'm in the building. Okay, it's all right. I know we be having stuff. Life is life, period. Put it on in the house, Auntie. That's what I'm doing. Thank you so much. I did this a long time ago. I don't know what we was watching. It was something we were binge watching, and I did it during that time. And I just can't remember what it was. Auntie, why did I see a video yesterday after class talking about the Noahide laws and them getting together in November? Yep. It keeps happening to us. It does. Yeah, every day. Every single one of them. No, not one has passed since. Right. Right. We just want to say thank you. It's interesting. It is. Okay, thank you. All right. I saw a video about the same thing right after class. Ain't that crazy how stuff be happening around here? So, do that make your eyebrows go up? When it happens, do it make your eyebrows go up? Tell me. What is... You said it's spooky. I believe it. You said it does. I'm Timmy the Tomato Face right now. Hilarious. Well, hey, Timmy, you got everybody telling you, showing them. Right. Got it. Yeah. I understand, y'all. I've been living it for a long time, and I used to be like, but this is not good. People used to be like, you need to calm down. You always overreacting. No. But I can take you in my journal where I dreamed something like this. Oh. Two things. I saw a video a few days ago that there was 3 alligator attacks. A man, a woman, and a little kid in 3 different places, right? Do y'all know I went back and looked at my journal, and it was last year in July that I dreamed about the alligators attacking, and in there I said it was a baby, it was my daughter and my son. And my daughter got snapped in half. It grabbed her by her middle part. The man, it drug him under the water. And then it was a baby that got killed by these alligators. Do y'all know that I just seen, you remember, Rika? I just seen it, that it was a man, a woman, and a kid, a little, like a toddler, that got killed by alligators. Just in this last, like, 2 weeks. I said, not in the same month? Oh, okay. Because I sure kept dreaming about alligators, baby. And I'm like, it was a woman, a man, and a baby, and a little kid, like a toddler, or school age kid, like under 5th grade. Something. I know they was young. Yeah. I said, well, he was telling me about the alligators. The man under. That's what I'm telling you. The dream in my dream, the man got drug under. The baby, they snatched the baby too, and the lady got it grabbed her in her midsection. Because it was my youngest. Remember, it was my son and my daughter in the. It was my son and my daughter, and it was other people in the water, but it was my son and it was my oldest and my youngest, and then a white baby. The baby was white, but the baby wasn't that old, and they was in the water, and the alligators came, and it was quick. Remember, I told y'all I jumped down in the water and kept trying to hit the alligator on his nose, and for it to let my baby go, and it clamped down and started rolling on her, and she was screaming. Listen, yep. Anyway, there's that. Also, did y'all see that in China, snake farming in certain parts is against the law, but wherever them floods is, they said over 600 different types of snakes got out. Some of them are venomous cobras. Some of them aren't venomous, but they're still like a thing. And all of us been dreaming about snakes and encountering snakes. Did y'all see that? And then someone came in here and said that they found 1,000 snake eggs, down in Florida or something like that. But also in China, when all of this flooding happened the other day. Oh, okay. So you told me that yesterday, and then I seen the video, I guess, after you told me. So, yeah. Y'all don't think that's crazy? So, Auntie didn't even remember, but I saw the video, baby, of them cobras sitting on that water. I said, oh. No. You real crazy. The boy and the man were fighting. The man forged the cross eyes out. He got loose. Interesting. The croc's eyes out. Oh, he gouged him out and he got loose. Interesting. Well, however it works, I got you. Listen, I know I dreamed about them alligators, honey. And it was 3 people. It was 3 attacks. It was my son, my daughter, and a kid. And that's what I saw. You hear me? I said, oh. And then I looked at the date. I was like, hurry up and ran back to my journal, because this is the thing. Just because you see it, it don't mean it's you. Right? Right under there, I wrote a prayer under that dream. Okay? I tell y'all all the time, you can dream it's your family. You said there was a young woman who got attacked by a gator recently. Listen, in Florida. I'm telling y'all, I seen it. I said, what? Okay. In this very journal, I wrote it. Right here, because I started this journal in May of last year, and it's almost finished. I only got this much left, which I'm happy about. I want this one to be done. I'm almost finished. And that's not a thin thing to do, right? And then I got my other ones, but I'm almost done with this one. And I think that if I would have took it to Indiana, it'd be done. But I took a different one to write in, because I like to leave my main one at home and I have my travel ones. But this one would be finished. But I had writing to do in the other one, I guess. So anyway, y'all ready? Yeah, because it's real crazy. All of the things that are happening right now: snakes, gators, the reptiles, and the clouds, and the lights in the clouds, and the fake lightning, and the sicknesses, and the droughts, and the floods, and just a lot. I don't know if it's a lot to y'all, but I've been trying to find the happiest moments that I can in every day. Like, I've been trying not to start my day with TikTok. Oh, remember I told y'all about the snake composition with the lady with the python and 200 eggs, caught 65 of them. I did. I don't know if I remember or not, but yeah, no, thank you. I don't want to catch no snakes. Mm-mm. No, that's spooky. I'm still wondering how I'm gonna live out here with the crickets and the bugs, baby. I couldn't even imagine a python or something. I'm barely mastering spiders. Barely. Barely mastering spiders. So anyway, here we go. Oh, I got in here to get. I don't know if you're gonna need your what's the name or not. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is just a statement that I wrote down. I don't know. I am not responsible or nothing. Okay? Are you ready? You said yes, ma'am. Okay. There's nothing more important than obeying God in this dimension so you will see the next one in peace. If disobedience on this side gives you comfort, it will give you no rest on the other side. You disobey because it gives you a false sense of peace. Disobedience is rebellion, and rebellion is witchcraft. Witches and warlocks will be in the lowest parts of hell because they changed or tried to change God's will. When you disobey, you're doing the same thing because you don't know what will happen next. So you make a decision based on assumption and not fact. I love y'all. You said, here we go. I'm just saying. You said, why you over here in my business? I'm just saying. Because when you don't obey God, it's because you think you know better. You've gone through all the assessments of why it's better to do it your way. You said you already made me cry. Now you just took me out. Listen, I said get your stuff on. Don't you see I got my ranger hat on? When rangers ride into town, it means something. Dear, shots fired because he fired them at me. I said, oh, wait a minute. What do you mean? What am I? You hear me? Huh? The only reason you didn't do what he said is because you don't know what's going to happen. And so you didn't obey what he told you to do, either out of frustration, thinking about what happened last time, Okay? Or fear. No? Why didn't you do what he said? Circle. You said aligning to what I was listening to this morning, waiting on God's perfect timing. Listen, it's a real thing. Think about 4 or 5 things that you know God told you to do. Why didn't you do them? Write it down on your paper why you didn't. Did you listen to somebody else? Did you let someone frustrate you because someone else disappointed you? Did you not listen to what he said? You said, where to whip at? These words hurt. These words hurt words. Listen. You disobeyed because you didn't want to be uncomfortable. You didn't get up and go. You didn't get up and do what he said because you didn't want to be uncomfortable. And that is you making an assumption that he's not going to come through. He's not going to whatever. He's not going to avenge what they did to you. And so then you move on your own way. I said, you let somebody frustrate you and you end up doing something and then it costs you. And it's like, ooh, okay. I can see a little bit. How many times have you made a decision based on what you thought you knew and it was wrong? Because it wasn't in your hands to do it, you said it couldn't happen. Because it didn't show up. Oh. Me too. You said this is the second time I've heard that question asked. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know. I was writing this down this morning. It's 9:12 a.m. and it's 12:23. So I don't know. You said leaning on my own understanding way too many times. I think we all had. Ooh. All right. Yeah. Who knew that disobedience is the equivalent of changing God's plan? Because you won't be in his will. It's the same thing a witch does when she does a magic spell. A warlock. When they try to change the outcome before it happens, like they know what's, just because God gives them a glimpse into the future, it doesn't mean that he showed them the whole picture. And so they immediately try to change it. How many times, as soon as a situation comes up in your life, do you pull out your magic wand and try to change the outcome? Because this your magic wand now. I'm going to see who I can call. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to look for another job. The magic wand went from this to this. God said, wait. You said, I'm going to call and ask. I'm going to look to sell something. And then you get mad when you do. You said, did she just clock my teeth? Yeah, bye. I'm just saying. Your magic wand went from this. See, this is what they used to do, okay? To bring something into fruition. Guess what we use now? It's your magic wand. Most times, whatever is on, in, or connected to this is why you haven't done what God said. I'm on this side with y'all because he firing shots at me too. So this what it feel like to be on the other side of it. Hello? Cause huh? I'm on the side with y'all here, y'all. Cause he firing some shots at me too. Put your arm in there. Everybody shields up. Cause what's on your phone is keeping you from obeying what I told you to do. You said you wanted something. My chat screen went blank. You said yes, exactly how it feel. You said I'm gonna just keep swallowing hard and sit in this corner, girl. You said I tried to flip the script and say I only did whatever because, and that doesn't work. It shouldn't eat. Uh oh. Listen, listen. Shields up, sword hanging in defeat. Listen, ain't that crazy? If we spent as much time thanking him for whatever it is, the change that we need, right? Instead of complaining about why it hasn't or what we deserve or whatever, what do you think we would see? What you think we'll see? Thank you. You said every time I try to say something, my throat get chopped again. So I've been said, damn, hilarious. I'm, I'm, keep my protection close. It's getting a little hey, it's getting a little. Let me put my spiritual sword in my pocket because I don't know if I can trust y'all. Yeah, I got to protect myself around here. You hear me? What I'm saying? I got to put my stuff on because think it's time for me and my horse to get on up out of here. It's getting a little volatile. You hear me? It's time for me to go. Hold on. Let me get my stuff. You said the fullness of what he has for us. Come on. I don't know. Yeah, I got beat up on too. All right. So I need you to write on your paper disobeyed twice. Disobeyed twice. Okay? And then I need you to write, you showed them how to. Or you showed them how. You said you trying to put us in a chokehold with your lasso. Girl, listen. Get on down here just because you're buck wild. You need to be broken. No, I'm just playing. My daddy had horses, so he had to break them, and he had some wild ones at times. They was going to do what they wanted to do around here. So that brother almost got his chest kicked in. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes. You said, can you please say the last part after disobeyed twice? Your niece came in asking if the milk was spoiled. You showed them how, or you showed them how to. You showed them how, or you showed them how to. Whichever one you showed them how. You showed them how. Sucks. I'll be right back, y'all. See, and that's how he already did bust my head today, all the way to the white. Sorry, y'all. All right. Hey, y'all. My head hurting already, so I know this gotta be for me. Uh-oh. All right. So I need y'all to go to Exodus 20. Hey, nephew. You said, but auntie, I just emailed you an article about typhoon destroying We seen it. We just talked about it. Not it was I said 600. It was 900. We synced it. Yeah. Do y'all remember when we studied about the spirits of Typhon and Typhus and Nereus? Y'all remember when we studied their body, like Typhon? We find this how we got Typhoon. You you do remember those names, right? Typhus and Typhoon, Typhon and all of that. We studied those names, and remember, we was wondering if they were a certain type of angel's children. Remember, because there was angels over the oceans, angels over the land, angels over the air, and this and that. And we were wondering if those were some of the angels that mated with the aquatic animals that they deal with. And this is how we got some of the sea monsters that they always show us that have some type of, I mean, even Poseidon. Sometimes he's shown with legs, and sometimes he's shown with the bottom of a fish body. So, you know what? I watched somebody's video the other day, a snippet of it. It was a podcast, and the man said something, and it made me think about something that is in the scripture. And I was like, oh my goodness. Was he telling us without telling us? When God said, woe to the inhabitants of the waters or the oceans, right? Woe to the inhabitants in the sea or on the sea. What if he was telling us about the marine people? Because the first time that the world was destroyed, remember, it was everything that was like on land. Right? Everything that was on land got destroyed. But for this last time, it's woe to the inhabitants of the sea. And I always took that to be the coastal. You said they would be the inhabitants of the sea. Makes perfect sense. Right. The marine people. Right? Now that we know, because think about this, how many times does some type of volcanic thing open up underground, under the sea? We talked about the volcanoes in the ocean, right? We talked about all the statues that are in the ocean, right? But what if some of those times when we see a mermaid statue under the water, that's exactly what it was? There was a underwater volcanic eruption, and whoever got caught in it got caught in it. Because think about that Roman soldier head that they found underground. That's massive, that a 6-foot man stand in, and it looked like a hut or a house for him. You said, and we just talked about Pompeii. This is what I'm thinking. Because where's the body of that thing? Whatever was in that big helmet that we've all seen, and we know it's real, where's the body of it? Where's the body? You can't just hide a body that big anywhere. And we know because of the helmet, he wasn't the only one. So where the rest of the bodies? Where are they at? Now that we know that there's an ocean under our ocean that is larger than the ocean that we have, could they be trapped? Could they? Under that layer that we thought was the bottom of the ocean and find out it's just fish bones. And you said, yeah, just like the megalodon, the ocean within the ocean. Exactly. Right. Think about it, y'all. God like leaving clues. You said, could that be considered the upside down? Girl, yes. Yes, the upside down. Think about how deep. Okay. 2020 or one of those news shows did a thing about some Chinese man that discovered a cave in like 2014. Did any of y'all see that? And they tracked through it. It looks like where it it looks like the Avatar stuff. It looks like a lot of different stuff that we've seen in the movies, but it's real. And they trying to say water carved that. Now I'm not saying it didn't, but when you get time, I think it's on 2020 or when I can't remember one of them news shows, but one of the reporters, she went on a trek. They show it is very scary to look at because what was living in there? Something was living in there. It looks like a dragon dungeon. It looks like, you hear me? If God said there are things that have been hidden in the earth, the ocean is part of the earth, and there's underwater caves and stuff. That's not considered not the earth. If he can make something like the Leviathan, what else is there? Especially when we know in the book of Og that it was for what's his name? Lamech. It wasn't Lamech. What's his name? Was it Lamech? I think it was Lamech. Whichever one. He unalived the female version or the male version of it. Strange bugs, birds, said to have come out of that hole. Come on. I watched Warrior Nun every episode yesterday until late last night, and it's exactly what you were talking about. Interesting. Warrior Nun? I ain't never seen that. You said just like the fairy movie we watched, and she went underwater and it was a cave. Right. It was Lamech. Okay. And the Leviathan could not enter the Ark of Noah. Listen. It said everything that tread up on the earth. It didn't say nothing about the water. Thank you, Auntie. Right? It didn't. Who remembers us talking about the dinosaurs that's in Africa? And a lot of people are starting to talk about that. Y'all seen it? Have y'all seen anything about it? Now they're saying, you said up in the right hand corner of each chapter, it tells you in the Bible it came from. Interesting. You seen it, Rika? And we got our lovely book. Where is it? On this upper side, I think. Well, it's like the real library in here. You definitely be having a look. Because guess what? It's not right in your face. Mm. Ain't that crazy? Y'all, I done moved stuff around so many dang times. I don't even know where it is. Oh, I done moved it. I feel like I know where I moved it to, but I don't. So our book about the African dinosaurs, and it's probably staring me right in my face, as my mama said, if it was a snake, it'll beat you. I know where it should be, but where it is. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Do y'all see it? That's crazy. It's here somewhere. Oh. That's why, because it's over here. See? I done had to put up 17 shelves messing with y'all. So now y'all know why this book is important. Right? Thank you so much, Mr. Hardy. My real father is from Texas. I don't know if I ever told y'all that. My biological father. I'm a Texan by blood. Oh, I got a lot of family in Texas. So, this right here, right? If you think about it, they found this in Africa. Do you see that's a boat? You said this is crazy because I have been getting my son stuck on dragon tails. Did they tell you they found this in Africa? Most times when you see the dinosaurs, you think they found them up in the caves in the ice somewhere, don't you? Ain't that how they show us? They rarely show you that they find them over there. They show you everywhere else but where they originally found them. Mm-hmm. Interesting. The dinosaur beds are near a name that I cannot pronounce, but hello. This is where they be looking for the dinosaur beds, right here. In Mozambique, close to Mozambique. Right, Yvonne. Because they always show us. It says Louis Jacobs reopened paleontologists' eyes to the African continent when he uncovered a major fossil site in the hills of Malawi in the 1980s. During 5 digging sessions in Malawi and 3 in Cameroon, Jacobs found the remains of 2 meat-eating theropods, 2 herbivore sauropods, and a crocodile the size of a chihuahua, and rare early mammals. Interesting. It says, Splendid. If you like dinosaurs, this is for you. If you're reading engaging stories of life in the field, this is for you. And if you care to reflect on a bit of personal impact of the West on the developing world and its importance, and as important of the developing world on us, this is certainly for you. So, ain't that crazy? I told y'all, it's a whole bunch of stuff over there. They don't. A giant forest hog. Interesting. So we got wild boars and they got giant wild boars. Mm-hmm. Trying to see what else they found in here. Oh. African dinosaurs before and after. Interesting. Did y'all know they found all these different species over there? This look like a velociraptor. These two do. That look like a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Brontosaurus. Right? Don't these kind of look like velociraptors? I'm sorry. Well, all of these kind of look like velociraptors. And then look. Don't that look like? Or am I tripping? It says relationships of bird-hipped dinosaurs. Relationships of lizard-hipped dinosaurs. Yeah. Relationships of lizard-hipped dinosaurs. Relationships of bird-hipped. Why is that important? In ancient literature, they showed us bird people and lizard people. And we know that in the seventh generation, right. Giant lizards. Harpies. Right. I didn't even know there was a difference between a lizard hip and a bird hip. Did you? I mean, I guess, but interesting. I'm gonna have to get back in here and dig around. Have there been any I wonder if there's you said mine just bursting into sparkles. This part. Listen. It's look. I mean, think about it. He said nothing is impossible. If nothing is impossible, that means it could be people living under the water. If nothing is impossible, that means the dinosaurs are still here. But because they're just not going to materialize out of the air. You know what I'm saying? He's not just going to rain down dinosaurs. If it's going to be like it was, he said the things that is in the earth, they're going to come out that have been hidden. He says, come on, he says this. So, wait a minute. Okay, come on, let's get to this other stuff. Here we go. I don't even know how we got over there. The reptiles, and now I know the difference between a bird hip and a lizard hip. So, there's that. Learn something new every day. All right. All right. There's another. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay. So I'm in Numbers 20, but I'm using the Bible Gateway app, and I have the New International Version open, the New King James Version, and the English Standard Version open. Okay, because I'm gonna be jumping around in all of these. So there's 3 different versions that I have right now. Okay, The original KJV, the NIV, and the ESV, English Standard Version. Okay? Y'all hear me? Or y'all done went to sleep? Uh-oh. These boots are slippery. They need to be scuffed up. Or get me some pads and put on there. I might just hot glue some fabric, I guess. So that works just as good. Hey, you said even in cave drawings they depict men along the dinosaurs. Yes! Yes. Remember I ask y'all all the time, how do they... Are my boots bedazzled? Yes. Yes, auntie, they are. They are. Yeah. I ain't gonna put them. Girl, listen. Auntie, I'm gonna try to... Y'all know how these boots do. Come on. That's because my foot didn't got wet. I didn't put no socks on. Right? I'm old. But these make me feel kind of Elvis-y, kind of Tina Turner-ish. Kind of. Listen. Exodus 20. You said Texas has a place where dinosaur footprints are alongside men's footprints. Thank you, Lindsay. Oh. No way, what? They have them in Arizona too. I think that we don't see what's right in front of us. Thank you. I think that we don't see what's right in front of us. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. Numbers. I'm sorry. Because it is some Exodus stuff, but I'm giving stuff away. Never mind. Sorry. Numbers. Listen. That's because my mind is on 1,000 different things right now. It is. I'm sorry. I said Exodus. I meant numbers. Forgive me. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Danny, for keeping me together. You like the church secretary when, no. Pastor, that's not what day, oh, it's not. What day is it? The 27th. Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. That's who Danny is around here. Mm-hmm. She's the church secretary. Her and Sarah work in the same office. You said sometimes we don't know what we're looking at. You said they're trying to find a way to preserve those footprints. Think about this, right? Okay, so look. I can't do that. This is slippery. You said, I feel like I just want to make sure we stay on the right path. Come on, listen. We need help. I'm grateful. Because, girl, the way Auntie Mom be right now, it be all over the place. I'm trying to tell you. So, I'm grateful. I'm grateful I got y'all. You hear me? Everybody know they role. Everybody play their role. It works out. And that's why our school is going on 5 years. Half a decade. That's crazy. I did not think we was going to be around each other this long. I did it. I just knew that he's going to have something else. He's going to be like, all right, it's time to go. It's going on 5 years. It don't seem like it's been 5 years to me. Do it seem like it's been 5 years to y'all? For real. It do not seem like it's been 5 years. Scary. 2.5 maybe. But 5 almost? That's wild. And I say it all the time because I still can't believe it. Like, it's almost 5 years, y'all. February technically will make like 5 years that we been doing this. But getting into 2027 is the 5th year. That's just... Okay. Anyway, sorry. Numbers 20. Here we go. Now... Again, I'm in NIV, KJV, and English Standard Version, so the ESV. Okay? Here we go. It says, and the people of Israel, the whole congregation, came into the wilderness of, now here they call it Zin. I've seen one where it was Zin. We just go move on. In the first month. And the people stayed in Kadesh. And Miriam died there and was buried there. Okay, it says, now there was no water for the congregation, and they assembled themselves together against Moses and Aaron. And the people quarreled with Moses and said, would that we had perished when our brothers perished before the Lord. Why have you brought the assembly of the Lord into this wilderness, that we should die here, both we and our cattle? And why have you made us come up out of Egypt to bring us to this evil place? It is no place for grain or figs or vines or pomegranates, and there is no water to drink. We all know this story. Hey, thank you. Right? We all know this story. Right? We know it. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you became these grumbling people? I can say I've been them a lot of times. He just did something big for you. And instantly, as soon as you see a problem on the horizon, or because you can't see around the corner, you start to spaz and start talking about how good it was when you was back on the devil's turf, or how it was easy, or how life was better when you was doing wrong, even though he kept you in your wrong. How you keep wanting to reminisce on when you were under Pharaoh, and you tell the Almighty God, it was better when I didn't know your law, because then I could just do whatever I want to do, and I didn't have to worry about feeling guilty. I didn't have to worry about feeling like, am I doing the wrong thing? But you were also being abused. You were also watching babies be thrown to alligators. You was also working from sun up to sun down like a slave. And he has made your life easier. It might not be as busy, but everything that you've needed has been provided every day. And now that you got to go around the corner and it don't look like nothing can grow there. You heard what they said. And why have you made us come out of Egypt to bring us to this evil place? Egypt wasn't evil. Huh? Egypt wasn't brutal. Because the devil threw you some scraps and gave you a little I love you every once in a while, and came through and bust you down real good, but then immediately went back to mistreating you. You think that's better than God loving on you every day? Just because you don't see big glamorous buildings around you, you said, why have you brought me to this evil place, when there was so much magic and mess going on in Egypt? Throw into God's face what he delivered you from, and tell him how it was better when you were under the devil's care. It was easier when you were under the devil's care. Am I guilty of it? Absolutely. Yes, I grumbled because I couldn't see what was around the corner. Did I holler and scream and stomp out the room? Absolutely. Did I charge you falsely at different times? Mm-hmm. You said, well, I ain't saying them this time. I'm trying to be more mature, because you've never let me down. So I don't want to gripe and complain, even though I might think the thoughts. I just really need you to help me see, even when I can't see. Have I been guilty of it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I can't see nothing growing in the desert that he got in front of me, and so then I start complaining. Yeah, guilty. Like he ain't took me through every other desert and high water and rocky place and dark place. Mm. This is the crazy thing. They could have turned back. But they chose to stay there and complain. Why you just didn't go back? Why you gotta tell him what you remembered about that? Why you just didn't go? You forget he just brought us through the water. You forget we just watched our enemies drown. You forget that we left Egypt with more than what we came with. We left richer. Yeah, they got free labor for a minute. But then God made them pay us back 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Or we received that on our way out of the situation. And we still gonna complain about having to go through stuff right now. There were people that made it into Egypt that didn't make it out. And they still worked just as hard as everybody else. But they never got to see the miracles. They died in Egypt. They never got to see the water split. Now, was there a prophecy going about it, going through the Hebrews? Maybe. Was there even a prophecy that came to the wise men or the magicians of the Egyptians? Maybe. But some people died in slavery. Whether it be spiritual, natural, whatever, they died in it. They didn't get to see the water. They didn't get to walk past whatever aquatic life on dry land. They didn't get to because they died in slavery. It's a choice to trust God, y'all. Because in the times that we're moving into, it's going to be like this wilderness we about to read about. The water is drying up, is it not? Around the world, the drinking water is drying up. What do you think the world is getting ready to look like? You know how you can ride by your houses in your complex or whatever else it is. They had a little river there. It's not going to be any water. Will you trust God in the same moment that the Israelites were in? Because we're going into it right now. It's about to look like Mad Max or Fallout. Exactly. You said, I just learned one of the lakes in Tallahassee water level is severely low. Okay. You said, I feel like it's been the wilderness the past couple years, but I feel like we are all blessed to prepare. Yes. But I'm just saying, here, listen now. I'm talking about in real life. When you drive for the next week, look at all the spaces. I don't care if it's the creeks on the side of the road. Excuse me. I don't care if it's you drive on the highway and there's little lakes in people's yards or whatever body of water, small or large, that you see. Just make mental note. Please. Because a lot of people believe that the things that are coming are metaphoric and not literal. You said my mom and I have been looking, and the creeks are definitely looking lower. Uh-oh. Okay. Do me a favor. Um, some of y'all already know, some of y'all don't know. But so we could just be, you said they fixed the creek by you. Interesting. Um, mm, Fixing it. Okay. So we could just be on one accord. Can you look up um the desert in Arizona or California? Is it uninhabited? Is that what it would be called? Unincorporated? I don't know what it's called where nobody's out there. But just go look around up there. That way I know either one of those places where there's no houses, no nothing. Go look at the desert and tell me what you see. Even Mexico has some of this. Texas too, but go look up the Arizona desert or California desert where there's no houses, and just tell me if you had to live out there. Thank you. If you had to live out there for 2 years, look at the temperature at night. Look at the amount of rainfall that it gets in a year. Just so we can be on one accord. I know there's a lot of different deserts, but just look at how many inches of rain normally now fall. Okay? What's to eat out there? What animals are native to that area? You said just Googled it, and it said this: severe water scarcity are fueling concerns that parts of Arizona could become uninhabitable for humans by missing. Girl, give me my. You know that. Okay, I'm just gonna take a picture because she said it, not me, and I just said so we could be. Okay, let me turn the flash off. Hold on, because I just be feeling like sometimes it's a as we are yet speaking moment. I could be wrong, but it seems that we have these often. You said I drove through Arizona and Cali. There's nothing but brittle weeds, tumbleweeds, and animal carcasses. Not a lot of rain. Hot in the day, freezing at night. Cactuses have water, but how do you get to it exactly? Imagine the world being exactly like that. And now they're saying it's going to be uninhabitable. Interesting. Something I've been telling my parents for a minute and they won't listen, but amen. I kept telling them, y'all need to get out. I keep telling my son. And because here you can tap into certain trees if they're still okay and get water, or sap or something. Out there, it's just. You said in the Sonoran Desert, an average of 3 to 15 inches of rain per year. So that's like 1.5 inches or 1 point whatever inches a month. 1 inch of water. An inch is the first line on your finger. So not even this much water or so falls the whole year. Could you imagine? I'm sorry, in a month. Excuse me. An inch, if you could only catch an inch of water, an inch to an inch and a half of water every month, how do you survive on this much water for a month? And then it said 3 to 15. So what if it's only a quarter of an inch a month that falls? Huh? How much water are you gonna catch and only a quarter of an inch of rain falls every single month? A quarter inch of water. You said we tried to tell and almost got my sister to come here, but she's going to Cali with her baby while her husband is away in the Navy right now. I had a dream about land being like a desert, and that was the dream you were in. No. And now here we are talking about no water. You said the worst thing is getting lost. You will wonder, the compass gets turned around sometimes. Oh, yeah, because of all the magnetic field stuff that's out there that we won't talk about, that you can see but you can't see, like the predator, huh? Oh, okay. I told you I lived in the valley, baby. It's a lot of supernatural mess that go on out there. Being a desert in the middle of the night, like out there with where it ain't no lights and no real roads and stuff. Oh yeah, nigga, no, it's time to go. You ain't never seen Lost Boys. You never watched it, have you? Right. Some of them glowing eyes ain't the animals. It's some other stuff. Yeah, it's scary at night. Don't be at the base of no mountain. Nigga, no. I don't want no parts of it. All right. Nope. So, but for real, just imagine now. What does that look like for your family? If that water, because we see a lot of times in all the end time movies that the water is acid rain too, because of all the chemicals in the air. So even if you get it, you gotta test it to make sure that it is even safe to drink. That looks like devastation. It does, niece. You said yes. I lived in San Bernardino, Cali, and when I say out there in the middle of pretty much desert, it was crazy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You better hope you don't break down and hope you don't break down in the middle of like anytime after noon, between noon and 5. Oh yeah. No. You better hope and pray you got somebody to call or it's a payphone somewhere, because you said the boiling the water takes some of the water volume away too. Listen. And it be sediment in your water. It's gross. Yeah, a lot of it. Okay, come on. All right. It says, then Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly to the entrance of the tent meeting and fell on their faces. What do you think that Moses and Aaron were thinking? Outside of what they wrote right here, okay? It says, and the glory of the Lord appeared to them, and the Lord spoke to Moses. Okay? But what do you think their prayer was? We know what Jesus said to them. Okay? Because we know that the glory of the Lord is Jesus. He's the light. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take the staff. Where's the staff from? Who had it first? And where did it come from? Adam. So do you think that Moses was aware of all the miracles that that staff had already done? Do you think he was aware? Do you think God kept him in the dark about how many miracles this regular old staff that he thought maybe he knew where it came from, but do you think that if he knew it was magic that he would have moved the same? Huh? Do you think that he would have had more faith in the stick than he did God if he already knew whatever he put it to, it was going to work? Where do you think that his trust would lie? Would it lie in the staff, or would it lie in Christ? In God. Where do you think? You said nope, especially since it came from his father-in-law's garden. Come on. You said, now that's different. You said maybe God didn't tell Moses because he wanted Moses to have blind faith. Trust God always and not the object of the stone. You said God didn't tell him so he wouldn't get too big for his britches. Ooh. Okay? We know that it came from a place that God created that was perfect. The garden was perfect. We don't know how many miracles this staff saw, but we know a lot of people that held on to it. You said the staff opened a portal and called out a seraphim to fight. It wasn't a snake. Interesting. Oh, you talking about at with Aaron and Moses? I believe it. But listen, you hear me? All of the things. Well, because the angel showed up. Exactly. It very well could have been. They can change into whatever form they want to. Right? We read that. But why didn't he tell him? Thank you. Good afternoon. The same. Why didn't he tell him? Okay. Do you realize that our Holy Ghost is the same as this in Moses' days? To see if he would be obedient. Come on. Your Holy Ghost and God walking with you, the same power that was put in that stick as to why wizards always got a staff with some magical powers in it. You realize that it's walking with you right now and he don't have to tell us. We don't have to know all the miracles that have happened. Don't mean he can't do one for us. Huh? You don't have to know. CERCA, you just have to go. Just like I said, if God would have split the sea before they got to it, that would have told the enemy what the plan was, so they could have switched routes. They could have done something different. Maybe they would have sped up even faster. But they probably slowed down a little bit because they knew they didn't have nowhere to go. But if they would have seen the walls raising up when they just started walking out or running out after them, because it ain't like you could not see it. They had telescopes and all kinds of stuff. They could watch the oceans. That's how they knew who was coming and all of these different things. It would have changed the plan. Some things you don't get until you go to the door. Some information you don't get until you open the door. They had to go in to the wilderness to get the manna. You said, ooh, when you said switch roots, you said I thought of witchcraft. You said they would have seen it coming and tried to magically alter God's plan. Come on. Come on. Come on. Huh? Because they controlled God's creation. We know that. That's why everything is going to be judged. Because everything has been subject to magic since we've been here. Hello. Especially after the seventh generation, that's when men started using magic to destroy God's creation, to control his people, and to control his creation. Right? All of that. So the miracle can't happen until you get there. You hear me? It can't. You said it literally made me think of root work and not the root you were saying. I believe it. I mean, but think about it. What is magic? Changing God's plan. That's exactly what we talked about earlier. When you go your own way and disobedience, it's just like witchcraft. Because you're trying to alter the route that God wants you to go. Why do people do magic? And what do they get to? The root of it. They use roots to change God's plan. It's a real thing. But a lot of times, we don't want to hear, I need you to go and not know. Who gonna be honest? Or because we see a vast desert in front of us, and we can look at it at a vast desert like time or funds. Okay? In our day, how long and how much? How long do I have to be in this and how much do I have to take? How long is it going to take to get to me? How many times do I have to go through this? Well, did you go through what you went through yesterday, today? The exact same thing. Did you go through it today? Whatever pissed you off yesterday, did it piss you off today? Whatever hurt your feelings yesterday, did it hurt your feelings today? Whatever made you feel betrayed or whatever, did you feel that exact same thing again? Did the exact same thing happen today? Did it? Did somebody say the exact same rude thing that they said to you yesterday? Did they say it today? No? So then the same thing ain't still happening, because if so, you would experience exactly what you experienced yesterday today. So instantly the day was changed. Instantly it ain't no, it's always happening. The next day it was already different. What happened yesterday didn't happen today. So God changed it in less than 24 hours. Hello. You didn't experience what you experienced yesterday, today. So he changed it that quickly. And we will keep trying to go back to yesterday. When he like, I already made it better today because you didn't feel that today. It's not your same problem today. They started talking about something that they begged God to get them out of because they couldn't see what was in front of them. You didn't have to know. Huh? And let me show you something. So they start complaining. I need you to go down to verse 8. Take the staff and assemble a congregation, you and Aaron, your brother, and tell the rock, tell the rock, excuse me, tell the rock, tell the rock, tell the rock before their eyes to yield its water. So you shall bring water out of the rock, and for them, bring water out of the rock for them, and give them drink to the congregation and to their cattle. And Moses took the staff from before the Lord, and he, as he commanded him. And then Moses and Aaron gathered the assembly together before the rock, and they said to them, "Hear now, you rebels, shall we bring water for you out of this rock?" And I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I didn't make this bigger. And Moses lifted up his hand and struck the rock with his staff twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank. Okay, here we go. Listen. Listen. He was disobedient twice, was he not? You just spoke face to face with Jesus himself. He told you to take what you already have, and a blessing is going to come, and you still did what he told you not to do. He said what you need to make it through this next step, you already got it in your hand. Hard-hearted, didn't follow instructions, simple instructions. Hard-headed. You wasn't going to have to exert not now bit of energy to do what I asked you to do. All you're going to have to do is say, water, come out. Water, come out. What you do? God honored what he said he was going to do and still let the water come out. Because you, sir or ma'am, had to make the decision twice to sin. All you had to do was say, water, come out. Hold what I already gave you in your hand and speak. That was the only action God required. And that was too much. Because they had grumbled against you, because they complained against you, because they've been trying to ruin your life or whatever else it is. You let it cost you. Because God is going to honor his word. He still brought the water. But what he had for you, you will only get to see it and not touch it. Because you was just supposed to see the rock and speak to the rock, and the miracle was still going to happen. But because you thought to do what you thought better, now what I was going to give you, you don't get to touch it, you just get to see it. Seeing as how you couldn't listen when I told you to see it and not touch it. Rock is the foundation. And that's why he didn't see the promised land. Exactly. Ain't that crazy? God be asking us, like Auntie said, for simple things. And we'll go and choose the hard way. You said forget about trying to please man, but concentrate on pleasing dad. Hello. Off topic, you rocking the calculator. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. Thank you. Do you hear me though? How many times did God say, go to the interview and don't lie? And you threw the razzle dazzle on there and wonder why you didn't get the job. Because he had them listening for the words he told you to say, the truth. That's why you didn't look like the person for the job, because the reason they said no on the car was because you embellished, and God had put a number in their head that they was gonna bless somebody with a car that only made this amount of money, and because you embellished, you didn't. He said go tell the truth, because he had them looking for that. That's where the blessing was, in the truth. Huh. And he still might give you another chance and let you go back to tell the truth. Hello. Never mind. Y'all know the rest of the story. Sound like me talking to my kids and the whole time, like, nah, this how you act. You said I'm late, but I get it. The blessings was always in the truth. Yes. Yes. So I need y'all to go down to verse 14 for me, please. Mm-hmm. Y'all ready? Y'all at verse 14? Yes? He said, that's why I'm quiet now. Because I recall saying very similar things to my son about not listening. Now I'm finding out he hard-headed like his mama. Hilarious! I told you, gotta let them kids treat you like you be treating him, girl. Yep, I learned that lesson in about my 30s or so, about early 30s. That's when I learned that lesson. Every time I was ignoring God, them kids was ignoring me, honey. Every time he had to tell me 17 times, I had to tell them 17 times. I said, this is interesting. This is interesting. Do you hear me? This is real interesting, because I just said these words, and he said, no, I'm saying them to you. Actually, I said it to you first, because you the reason they know how to. Before we get to this 14, let me say this. I'm sure that Moses had done other things. He killed somebody. Okay? We know this. So, he did worse things. Right? Hitting a rock shouldn't be worse than unaliving somebody. Right? He did not get to get in the promised land because he unalived the man. He didn't get to get in the promised land because he showed people how to be disobedient to God. He said, God told me to get up at 4 something in the morning to study, and I huffed at him. I'm having my son read and study today, and he didn't huff at me. Hilarious, yeah. Yeah, that's about how it go. I told you. Listen, if you ever want to know how you're treating God, just look at how the people around you are treating you, and you will see something. Husband, wife, kids, mama, daddy, cousin, everybody. The people at your job, everybody. In real life. It's a real thing. Okay? In real life. I want no parts of that. All right, let's get to 14. Here we go. Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom. Thus says your brother Israel, you know all the hardship that we have met. How our fathers went down to Egypt and we lived in Egypt a long time. And the Egyptians dealt harshly with us and our fathers. And when we cried to the Lord, he heard our voice and sent an angel and brought us out of Egypt. And here we are in Kadesh, a city on the edge of your territory. Please let us pass through your land. We will not pass through field or vineyard or drink water from a well. We will go along the king's highway. We will not turn aside to the right hand or to the left until we pass through your territory. But Edom, said to him, you shall not pass through unless I come out with the sword against you. And the people of Israel said to him, we will go up by the highway, and if we drink of your water and your livestock, well, then I'll pay for it. Let me only pass through on foot, nothing more. But he said, Edom said, you shall not pass through. And Edom came out against them with a large army and with a strong force. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his territory. So Israel turned away from him. Do that sound like something familiar to y'all? Where have you heard that before? Tell me. Anybody? That don't sound like a sundown town to you? That don't sound like certain neighborhoods right now. Or am I tripping? I'm going to go back here. Let me see. All right. Excuse me, can we just go through here? No, you can't. Okay. Well, we've already been traveling for a long time and we're tired. Can we just go on through? You better be out of here by sundown. We don't like your kind around here. We don't take kindly to niggers being in our land. No, you can't come through here. No, you can't have water or food or anything. Get out of here. Go on around the long way. Doesn't matter. There's no gas stations out there or anything, but you can't come through here. Is Edom still doing the same thing? Sounds like the Edomites haven't changed their ways. You said, dang, their beef with us goes back a long time. Do you hear me? I said, not they had sundown towns in the desert. Wait a minute. They still saying this. We don't care if you hungry. This is why we had the chilling circuit and everybody know about the cornbread and the chicken. Because you couldn't stop and get no water. You better not get out your car. Matter of fact, don't even come across this line. This is what the Edomites said to them. No. You can't even go on the outskirts, go around. You're not welcome here. Your kind, we don't let in here. Ain't that crazy? You think it's... And talking about that in the movie, that's where they have the showdown. That makes sense. Listen. You said sounds like Howell, Michigan. Girl, sounds like a whole bunch of places around the world. You said, I think that's why I don't want to drive across the USA. Well, this is the thing. It's everywhere. We can go to Europe and still be treated the same way. Did y'all see how they was treating anybody of color at the World Cup? People was getting kicked and spit on and shoulder bumped, and it's just a lot of aggression that don't need to be there. Hello. It's crazy how we talk about what has been happening for years and years and years, and we don't even really understand how long. Because the devil he don't ever bring no new tricks. All he needs you to do is not remember and teach other people to disobey God. This is why he said, go and look at what your forefathers went through, your foremothers, so that you can understand how to survive. The ones that listened, you will see what happened, and the ones that didn't, you'll see what happened. It's simple. Y'all don't think that's wild? You said I had to run away from an area. It was too crowded. Interesting, right? It's crazy how the same thing is still right now. Get out of here, or we gonna unalive you. You can't come through here. You can't. They had the World Cup in your home state. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm like, listen, but I don't like being in crowded spaces either. Okay, so look. How many times has God put something right in front of you and he said you can have it, and then as soon as you knew you could have it, you stopped listening to what he had to say? I'm gonna let y'all tell Timmy. How many times did he tell you that he was going to give it to you? It was right there, and you chose to do something else now that you could see it and almost touch it, and it went away. Because you disobeyed twice and he still let you get the water. But because you showed other people to disobey, and that seed was put into their hearts, that by force and not just by speech, God can do something. Now you don't get to see your dream come true. Because there was something that I was trying to put in the hearts of the people, that all they have to do is speak what I say and things will happen. They don't got to go and hit nobody or take anything by force or show any type of frustration. They don't got to do that. So you told them. Y'all tell them. Every time they heard you complain, Circa, it made them think, is God real? Well, if he won't listen to her, why is he gonna listen to me? And this is before y'all knew me as Circa. Because when God has put a blessing on your life, then he draws people to you so you can teach them how to understand what a blessing really is. And I'm not just talking about finances or whatever. It's just God hearing you and moving because he heard you in whatever way that is. And so when we sit and we complain or we have an attitude because we can't see, what are we showing the people around us to do? Whether it be our children, our husband, our wife, our family members, the people on our social media. And it's not saying you're not human. You understand? You're going to get angry. You're going to go through things. You're not going to understand always. Nobody is perfect. But if people were to see you going through, what would it look like to them? Would you make it into the promised land? Or would you be the person that's constantly complaining against God because he ain't gave you what you want, or you can't see when it's coming or how long it's going to take? How many times have you said you're tired of waiting? CERCA. He said, I'm taking care of you every day already anyway, though. Whatever that is, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I'm giving you enough strength to make it through the test. That's not enough. He said, oh God, I'm sorry, I've been a brat, girl. When they hit you with the, what haven't I done for you? You'll be like, ooh. You said, huh? Name one thing I didn't do for you. Go back through your pictures and look. Go back through your vlogs and look and see what you were saying. Go back and look at when your ribs were showing. And you were so stressed out that people, they said, well, I don't know. You don't remember? The prayer you prayed about how you gonna keep it, how you gonna get it, when it's gonna come, and then it came, and you have been able to maintain it ever since. Or did you forget about those prayers already? You forgot about the situations I already made comfortable. You said, and that just chopped my throat. Listen, y'all think he ain't been on my head? That's why I ain't want to talk to y'all. Okay, so look. I'm going to tell y'all what be happening. And maybe y'all understand. You know how, if you have a sibling, you know how you get in trouble, and then your sibling be trying to talk to you, and you just be short with them for no reason. You be having an attitude. If they walk past you down the highway, you going to short up on them like, get away from me. And it's really because you want to say what you want to say to your parent, but you can't because you know you in the wrong and you shouldn't have did it. Yeah, sometimes when I be coming on here, that's how I be feeling. Because I be just being got in trouble about something and then I be snappy. Not every time, but sometimes. It's the same thing. Listen, that part. You said, yep, I realized the prayers I prayed about getting out of my home state. I go back and I'm like, thank you, Dad, in my circle voice. Listen, this part. You said I'm the oldest and have done it many times. Come on, Jay. He said, I'm so grateful that I'm learning this lesson before it's too late. Ooh. Because he don't have to give it to us. We can get so frustrated that they say, you know what? I mean, how many times have we did that with our kids? You woke up, you had a good day. I made you breakfast. You done got to chill. I ain't really asked you for too much. All I asked you to do is go up there and bring me the towels down from out of the bathroom. And that's too much. I didn't make sure every single thing that you needed today. Y'all got to go swimming. Y'all got to go do this. You got to go do that. I asked you one thing. I didn't even ask you to wash the clothes. I just asked you to bring them down here to me. I was going to take care of it. Hello. And we do God the same way. He being answered every prayer Monday through Thursday, and then Friday coming because we didn't get what we wanted. Now we walking around with an attitude like he didn't already do everything we asked him to do the rest of the week. I'll be right back. I already know. I told y'all I'm on this side of the shield with y'all today. Thank you. I'm not blocking from y'all. I'm blocking from him today. We all on the same side of the shield. Everybody, y'all, you said you weren't getting. Come on, I got you too. Come on, we hear her, cause he is doing a lot today. We all on this side of the shield. You hear me? Everybody. Y'all got it. I'm trying to cover y'all too, cause baby shots is being fired. When have I not? And because we can't see, we cut up and might be cutting ourselves out. You hear me? We might be cutting ourselves out. What if you waited in silence? You said my whole throat is just out on the table. What if you just waited in silence? What if you got busy doing something else until you saw it? Hmm. You said, I know you're telling the truth because now it's thundering. And you said, I hear you, Dad. Listen, you bust me in my stuff. I told y'all we all on the same side today. Now, normally I be, trying to be on the other side. I'm over here with y'all. I'm over here with y'all. Sorry, y'all. I don't got pajamas on today. It's a little different. Take a little bit longer to get this dang bed off. All right. Hey, I didn't get a notification. Hey, Pumpkin. Hey. Um. So, y'all all right? I know it's a little feet-fop food, not too much, right? You just getting a notification? Y'all just getting here? Y'all know they playing with us. So, off the subject. Off the subject. Who still got TikTok? Okay. So, did any of you all opt out in the beginning of this year? This class made me take a look at myself in the middle of class. Listen. Did anybody opt out of all the stuff? Like back in January, remember when we got off and just took our pictures and everything? Hey, I knew that you said was gonna have you hog tie us so he could roast us. Have you looked at your thing? Something happened to me last night. Now, I know y'all gonna think this is crazy, but the thought had been coming to my mind to get back on TikTok, right? But you know, I had did all the things, so I can't even post a picture. I couldn't post a picture. It would say you got to give us all these permissions and blah blah blah, right? Okay, so look, while I was in the bathroom yesterday, I don't know what I was doing, looking at a video, and I went to go hit something and hit the plus button, and it was ready to let me go live. So what they done changed? Because from whenever we signed, opted out of all of that stuff, I couldn't. That's why I ain't posted over there. Yes, it happened just yesterday. I said, because it would tell me I had to give all these permissions to go live. Baby, I accidentally hit that button. I don't know what I was doing. And nigga almost went live. So check y'all TikTok. I'm trying to tell you, they didn't change something because I couldn't post a picture or nothing. It was like, you need to give permission, da-da-da-da. Baby, I was on there swiping, and I don't know how I accidentally did that. And it almost went live. I said, well, wait a minute. It wouldn't even let me post nothing. It was asking for permission. They didn't change something on there. And I don't know if it's the update with our phones, but something is different. Something is different. And I don't know what it is. You said I'm not posting anything, just watching the other posts. And when I tried to post someone else's video, it tried to go live. That's what that's basically what happened. Yes. I'm telling you, I don't know what I pushed, so it must have been that. And it literally was like, go live. I said, whoa. It would, prior to now, if I pushed post, like if I wanted to put up a post, it would tell me, permissions, you got to give permission. That is not there no more. Because I couldn't even post pictures on my page, nothing, because I didn't give them permission to look at my camera and all of that. They didn't change something. And just maybe I haven't tried to go live or anything. He said, Auntie, how about my little cousin that passed away 3 years ago? His TikTok account was online. I told my mom, whoa. I told my mom, she was, you said, how? What? You said they did change it because I didn't have to agree with their terms. And you're right, it's not there anymore. I'm trying to tell you. My phone almost went live. And I was in the bathroom. Scrolling. So I was like, what the heck? They changed something. They did. They did. Now, do y'all want to go on an adventure? Y'all want to go to TikTok and see who tell us the story and say they've been looking for us? Seeing as how they already in our stuff anyway. Y'all want to go over there and see what we find? We ain't been over there in almost a year. Or longer, I don't know. Y'all want to go? We going. Bye. We about to see. You said, yeah, my aunt passed away in 22 and TikTok page had a profile of her grandkids. No way. We about to. They sure did change it. Let's see. Ain't no permissions on here. We over here. We over here. We about to see. Shh, don't tell them what I said. Hey, y'all. Come on over there. We about to see what they do. Hey. Y'all in here? We door knocking, right? You said because TikTok or TikTok affiliates like CapCut have no permission on my camera. I can create in a whole nother app. Interesting. Hey y'all. It's been a long time since we've been over here on the Tickety Talk. We just came to see y'all, see and tell it's some permissions that they don't even need no more. What y'all doing over here? I know my kids gonna be like, what the heck, Mom? Let's see if they still playing with us. See this how we can whatever. Do it feel weird being back over here? Hey everybody. You said where are you going live at now? Where do I go live at? I've been on YouTube forever. You said, hey, we back on TikTok. We just tiptoed over here because they didn't took all the permissions off our phones. Let me be quiet before they be and got us. We just came to see what y'all was doing. How y'all been? Listen, how y'all been over here? Yeah, we been on YouTube the whole time. We got over 1,900 classes on YouTube now. And we on Substack. Hey. You said, hold on. They had me about 20 minutes back. What the heck? Well, come on over to TT. You said good. But we been good. Y'all know we still be having class every day on YouTube, right? Well, not every day, but close to every day. We almost had 2,000 guests. Not 2,000 guests. 2,000 classes. Excuse me. Hey. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Miss Florida girl. You said, hold on, they had, oh, I read that already. What y'all been doing over here? We still been studying the word and you ain't been missing me. We gonna be over here. You said I can't get on TikTok live. I see two profiles for you. Neither is live. You know we under didn't we talk about it? I'm not under CERCA TROVA no more. You got the same hat, but did you bling it out like I did? Let's see. Look it. You got to do your own stuff. Mm-hmm. We on YouTube. Yep, I bling mine up over and see. He said, this is why I don't care for TikTok. They playing. They kicked you out already? Can we get in here good first? We ain't even, they already kicking niggas out, huh? I saw then we talk about it pop up, and I instantly knew who it was. Come on. Everybody looking for that other. What's the YouTube channel? CERCA TROVA. CERCATROVA. I can't believe they kicked you out already. They playing. You said you made it back into the fold. Come on. Hey, y'all. We ain't been over here. Thank you, Riz. We ain't been over here. You said, oh, yeah. You said, I just wanted to say, hey. Try to get in again. One love. Hey, Diane. Listen. Yeah. We still have class every day, just about. Not every day. It's been kind of sketchy the last couple months, but we still having class. It's not letting you see. Don't look for CERCA TROVA, y'all. Y'all know we not under CERCA TROVA. We under did we talk about it? Hey, thank you. We not under CERCA TROVA. That's why it ain't letting you get on there. Did we talk about it? And we did. We did. Thank you. You said I had to come to the cool kid side. That part. Hey, y'all. So look, to those of you that haven't been around us, Angie, it's I forgot you could turn this one around, right? Hold on. Did they change it? Oh, I don't know how to change it. They didn't did some. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh yeah, they didn't update this. There we go. This minus that. That's it. That top part. You're welcome. You said yes, granddaughter bedazzled it. Where is this weekend? You said, oh, your granddaughter bedazzled it. Okay. You wearing for the annual Dutch Wonderful trip. Okay. Wonderland trip. Okay. You said I can't get on. Yeah. We've been on YouTube. Yeah. Y'all know we've been on Substack and YouTube forever. Where I been on YouTube. Y'all, we got over 1,900 classes still. I mean, now, we still been out having class. It ain't changed for us. Now we on Substack. we still been having class and all the same stuff. Is thank you. All the same stuff that we was talking about back then that's happening right now is we still just checking off the list, ain't we, y'all? Yeah, water check, grid check, food check. Hey, it's a lot of people that thought we was crazy over here in 22. And now they be like, it was a crazy lady on TikTok and she was talking about the giants and the beings and all of that, and now it's everywhere. Talking about the book of Enoch, they told her, get off of there. That is not the Bible. And now everybody is talking about the book of Enoch. And what's going to happen at the end times and all of that old good stuff that we was teaching around here that the Lord was preparing us for, all the floods and stuff going on. Y'all know. Remember? Mm-hmm. Listen. Okay, Kristen. Yeah. Listen. Listen. It's amazing how God thank you. It's amazing how God gives warnings. And we live in a society that don't want them because it killed their vibe. But the worst time to try to prepare for something is when it's happening. Yeah. And that's the one lesson that we can say that God has been giving us this whole time. You might not want to hear it, but you need to. You hear me? You said, where have you been? We've been on YouTube. We still having class, y'all. Ain't nothing changed but the date. We still have class. We still do our studies. Everything. You've been looking for us. We've been Well, we're not gonna be back over here. We just they didn't change something to where whatever I said I didn't want, it's working. So we thought we'd come over here and door knock. Have you heard the word of the Lord? Your Lord and Savior. We just door knocking. We coming to see what y'all on over here. We coming to see what y'all on. Thank you. Thank you. We door knocking today. We ain't at our we ain't at our normal house. We over here door knocking. How y'all doing? Have you received the Lord as your Savior in Jesus Christ? Listen, you been listen. Yeah, it's weird being over here. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. You said, Dean, why is Mud Fossil talking about Typhon in the dragon right now? Interesting. Girl, we can't talk about nothing before it be somewhere else. I be trying to tell y'all it's yeah. Y'all know how it go. Yeah, you said, oh my God, I'm here. Y'all know we be on YouTube. I know they hiding us in real life. Cause we've been having class. We're almost on our 5th year of WOIU. We outside International University. We almost on our 5th year. February make 5 years. We still having class. I think we got 1,910 or 15 classes. I don't know how many we at now. But we still learning and growing and looking. Ain't that right, y'all? Miracles are still happening. God is still working. Hey, Funkin'. So, thank you. Listen, you know what's great? You said, and our, yeah, miracles still happening. Thank you, Sherry. The picture quality is definitely better on YouTube. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what to say. We ain't been over here in so long. We already had class. We already had class today, but I just wanted to come and see what y'all was doing over here. Anybody that haven't seen us in a long time, how long it's been since you've seen us? Thank you. How long it's been since you've seen us? And have any of the things that you learned here at WOIU happened? 8 or 9 months. Do you all see the classes that we were having when we were on here all the time happening? Do y'all see some of the things that we studied? You said months, thought about you yesterday, and here I am today. You said all of it has happened, user 8215? I bet you be like, dang, that's crazy, because we talked about it. You said since you left, and yes, interesting. Do it be freaking y'all out a little bit? Hey, do it be? You said, oh my God, what are you doing here? It's been so long. You just popped up on my feed. It's been a minute. It has. We just came over here to see if y'all see any of our classes coming to pass. That's what we came for. Didn't we, y'all? We on YouTube still. Yes, Sherry. Yep, Ellington. Thank you. You said when I need to see you, I go straight to your YouTube. And it's all coming to pass. Interesting. You said, yeah, stuff crazy. It's a little scary, not gonna lie. We talked about it. Remember we talked about being prepared so you don't have to be scared? It almost made you go live on T. You said, yes, everything we talked about is coming to pass. Isn't it crazy? You said last study, I remember you busting out the book of Enoch. Oh, ooh. We done went through. Y'all want to see how many books we got now? Let me go get one. I'm going to show y'all. Oh, I forgot. They be playing over here. I can't even show y'all over here. Never mind. But it's more to the OTP. It's 7 books, not just 2. 7 or 8. So the 2 yellow books that I used to show y'all, the CERN shutdown is wow. It is. You almost went live too. I never do either. Ain't that crazy? I'm trying to tell y'all. They be doing stuff. You said you behind? Oh yeah. Not trying to be. Yeah. So much stuff every day we talked about, right? We did talk about it. Yeah. We talked about those people over there, and we talked about if you're um, a citizen. My YouTube is CERCA TROVA. This the YouTube, y'all. Not this part. And we got tons into we like I said, we working up on 2,000 classes now. Is what on my Amazon list? All the survival stuff. If they let you find it, they've been hiding our list for 3 years. Yeah, but it's still stuff on there. Hey everybody. Oh, the other 5 books, yes, they're on Amazon. I will show y'all, but they be playing. Well, I just don't want them to be on the weird stuff. But it's 7 of them now. Just look. It's the New Testament Apocrypha and the Old Testament Apocrypha. Okay? But we got 5 more books. I don't know. Do they be tripping if you show stuff? Because we ain't been over here in a long time. Hey y'all. We just came over to see. You said you just recharged your light bulbs and a few other things. It's good to do. You said you remember when I started making TikToks, and I've been in the game 5 years almost now. We got a system now. See, when I first got over here, it was the Wild Wild West, but everybody didn't calm down now. Yeah, it's good. We just have real easy classes now, don't we, y'all? I very rarely have to go off on anybody. We just be learning. We got books and books and books and books. You said, because as soon as you give everyone the names, I won't be able to find them. Oh, so y'all want to hear something crazy? Y'all ain't been around in a while. Y'all know them yellow books? Y'all know they're $128 right now. Art school books, they're not $48 anymore. So if you got a set of those, yeah, they 120. They might be more than that. I don't know. They $128. Remember we talked about, yeah, yeah. So the books that you said, I seen that. I said I'm gonna get them when they're 50. They 50 a piece, a little bit 60. If you want the set, they 128. But they was, I don't know. I ain't looked in a couple weeks or so. But yeah. Let me ask you a question though. On another note, yeah, I can't show the books here because I don't know how they do it. We just over here visiting y'all. Glad I got mine in 22 too. Thank you. So with this, hey Pamela, to those of you that were around in the beginning, is it interesting to see that a lot of the things that we talked about over here are coming to pass? Does it make you ever think about the classes that you might have popped in on ever, you know? You said I never got them. Too busy trying to get my stuff, you said. Now I can't afford them. You can. You can. You said yes, Ravi. You said where am I now? What do you mean? What social? We're on YouTube. Y'all remember we had YouTube this whole time. We had YouTube this whole time. You said, yes, it prepared you for a lot of this. Hey, you said you're the reason I got mask and other stuff. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, God is the reason. I cut them, Kitty. I had to cut them. I had a breakup and I cut them a lot too. I'm sad, but thank you. I cut them. They was real long and I went through a breakup and I cut them. Yeah, they were longer. I cut them. They was past my elbows in places and I cut them. So TikTok changed and they shadow. Oh yeah. You said, do the yellow books have the original names of the father of the Messiah? No, but if you let the devil get you tricked up on that, then you're gonna miss out on a lot of information. Like we found out yesterday why John the Baptist was sent to the Isle of Patmos. A toad still be wiggling, didn't we, y'all? We found out yesterday in one of the other OTPs why Specifically, John was sent to the Alabamos. And for how long? He did a miracle right before that, right? But they don't tell us about the miracle in the KJV. They don't tell us. But we were able to read it yesterday, and it was powerful. we've learned so much about the missing pieces, and when I tell you, it's still we're almost 4.5 years in, and we're still mind blown every day. Hey, you hear me? We still get mind blown every single day. Every single day. So if you are questioning where the other pieces are, no, we're not back. We just came over here door knocking to see what y'all was on, because they didn't invaded our privacy and took off some stuff. So, because I couldn't even go like this before, because I had all of those, what's the names on there? Yeah, they're not. That's because they're hiding us. We're on YouTube and Substack. Do we study the accounts of Jesus when he was young? Yes, we do. What books am I speaking about? I can't show you, because don't they be tripping when you show stuff on here if you don't got no card? I wish I could. They right here though. Oh, I don't want them to do this, but we just gonna do it. If they be on some funny stuff, we don't be over here like that anyway. So we went from 2 books to now 5. So give me a second, because one of them is in my room, or 2. Ugh, give me 1 minute. Hold on. I know this is gonna fall. It's okay. So we started out with the 2 books. And now, yeah, that's everybody. This is how many it is. New Testament. These are original ones. And then these are more. Right? So there's a way more to break down your KJV that you have. Okay? Ooh. You have the 2 yellow ones. Pretty cool. Well, there's more. Ooh. Right. And so there's more books. And like the story of Bartholomew, all the other people that are mentioned in the Bible, but you don't get their books, they have them. And you can read in detail about everything. Right? You can read in detail. And we've been able to put so many pieces together in this last 4.5 years. It's been mind-blowing. I mean, even some of the stuff that's happening right now, we studied in those books. Didn't we, y'all? The cities. You said I missed some of the books. I only have 3 of those. It's okay. Yeah. So, to those of you that you said mind blowing and toe wiggling, it still is. You said are all the books by the same publisher? I don't think so. I don't know, Auntie, right now. You know, I didn't show these at other times. I don't think so. But when the Old Testament, the extras are Bacchum, Davila, and a name I don't know how to say. Just look up Davila and Bacchum, Old Testament, or just add just type in Old Testament Supergrapha or Apocrypha, and they should come up. And then there's New Testament Apocrypha too, and there's more books in there, and they're amazing. Preparing our minds for what is coming here, what's happening. Hey, they are on Amazon. They are. Yep. So, um, I'm gonna say some of the same things that I said when I was over here a couple years ago, and then whatever else. It's better to be prepared than to be scared, and I know that that's a little bit more difficult to do right now because everything is so expensive. But I used to be begging people when I was over here to go to the food pantries, learn how to make as many things as you can from scratch. I'm still asking people to do the same things. I just don't say get your stuff as much no more because, I mean, it is what it is. But if you have children or people that you love, those water straws that we talked about all the time, please grab some because y'all can see what's going on with the water. Yep. You can see what's going on with the water, with the privatizing of water, all these different things that are happening with the food, hospitals closing, all the things that God had told us to get ready for. And here we are 4 years later, and all of those things are happening. We talked about, God told us about it going back to how our grandparents lived. It's happening. You see? So sometimes the warning comes when life is good. And just like with Joseph, you have to prepare for the famine before it gets to you. You said, I haven't seen you in forever, but I still got mines and my iodine pills. Come on. Yeah, I can't show no, they made it where I can't show nothing over here, but y'all know the stuff. And we got videos on YouTube. Survival and Survival 2.0 on CERCA TROVA 22 on the YouTube. Okay. And you can look at, if you have not, start prepping for things that are coming, like being without no power or any of those things. You know, I don't know what they're going to let me show, so I ain't going to do it here. But the light bulbs, all that stuff is on YouTube. You said same here. I have all my stuff. I've been rotating my stocks. Good job. Don't tell too much on here. Because y'all know the AI is looking into everything. So you said sure did. Now let me go shopping so I can add to these other book add these other books to my collection. Gotta love a good screenshot. That part. That part. Listen. And it's crazy how God did it because one, if you can see, y'all been on TikTok a while, the explosion of people teaching the Bible and teaching hidden books, it's everywhere now. You know what I mean? Because God said that information needed to get out to the masses, and it has. Everybody's talking about the lost books of the Bible and the things that were hidden, and you know that there's a deeper meaning, which makes me happy because a lot of people are seeking. They are, Riz. They're seeking a deeper experience with God, so that they, like, the scales are being peeled off of people's eyes now, and they're actually seeing what time we in, and it's not time to have your head in the sand like a ostrich. You have to be aware and alert to everything that's going on. You said if you were here early on, I think we have turned the page when it comes to getting our stuff. You said we have changed gears and moved on to another level. Listen, hey, you said you found me. I ain't been lost, girl. We've been on YouTube this whole time, y'all. Haven't we? We still have class. Now, it's not as often. Well, technically it is. Just in the last 2 months, it hasn't been. We've been on YouTube and Substack. Yeah, we still have class several times a week, and for about our class right now is on 100. We just about at 3 hours on YouTube. You said you found me too. Well, I'm happy y'all found us. Listen, and we still having class. We're still studying. We're still going through everything. So we really just came over to see what y'all was doing, to see if y'all had seen anything that we had talked about happen yet. That's why we came over here. And y'all have solidified that it have. So that means our job was done when we was over here on YouTube, wasn't it, y'all? We spread the information the way the Lord told us to. What's the name on YouTube? CERCA TROVA 22. The old name I used to have. I mean, I still go by CERCA, but just not over here because they was playing with us. It's still CERCA TROVA 22. Yep, it's still the same. It's the red picture is up there too. The one that used to be up here. So I ain't gonna keep y'all. We just came over here to see what y'all was doing. Hopefully y'all got y'all survival stuff. And if you haven't, what time for what? When they started mentioning potential blackouts, I screamed circa. If there's no specific time. Never knew these was gonna be so important, huh? Everybody was like, she's fear mongering. Well, now the world is fear mongering. Hello. You said I got everything and still adding. Come on, Kaylin. Listen. You said, yep, same in New York, potential blackouts. Interesting. So then if you bought water filtration, if you bought some survival food, you know, if you got batteries, gas mask, any of those things, God was talking to you and you listen. Right? I bet you happy you listen now. Even if you thought you was crazy when you was first buying that stuff, looking at everything that is happening, not just in America, and we talked about this, right? We talked about just because it's not happening where you are at, thank you, doesn't mean that it's not happening. We didn't have this conversation a million times, and look, just because it ain't flooding where you at, don't mean it ain't flooding. Just because 1,000 people did not die where you at when it was hot, don't mean it ain't happening. Okay? Just because it's lights where you at don't mean 2 blocks over somebody ain't been without lights for 3 months. It does. I mean, we talked about clean water, and now the water is disappearing. So having water filtration and things like that, it's going to be important if there's not a lot of clean water. You still need to be able to drink. You still need to be able to cook. This is a time where pride needs to be put to the side. You need to be at every food pantry. Don't lie. Tell the truth. You need to be at every food pantry. You need to be learning how to make things from scratch as much as you can in a hurry. You need to have as much dried food and canned food. It don't matter. Food is food when it ain't none. You got kids. Put your pride to the side and go get what they need. Don't buy no more. You don't need no more purses because that ain't. You can't eat them. Y'all remember we talked about the Louis Vuitton lasagna and the Birkin bacon. People laughed at us when we said that, but guess what? Them Birkin bags ain't gonna feed you, baby. None of them trinkets. You can't boil them down and make a soup. CERCA TROVA, Gucci Gumpo. They was laughing at us when we was saying, hey, get as many bags of rice as you can. Hey. I didn't. We just on here today trying to see if folks is got their stuff. Trying to see, hey, Isabel, Prada pasta, come on. Listen, it's a real thing. And we not even trying to say it to be funny. Times is hard, but God told us 3 years ago, for those of you that were here, God told us 3 years ago that when all of this stuff started to happen, things were going to be 3 to 4 times more expensive. Is that true? Dolce and Gabbana goulash. Come on, Nicole. Come on. You hear me? It's 4.5 years now. The grocery cart you used to get in 22 and 23, you can't get that cart no more for the same amount. It's 3 or 4 times more expensive. And now prices can change. You said yes, them 27 food containers are $110 now. Designer starvation, Lord help us. I'm trying to tell you, you can't boil not now one of them electronics down, not now one of them bags, boots, nothing. Do you hear me? It's a real thing. Okay? If you love your children, they need a water straw that filters water. You need some canned food in your house. You need a way to light your home and heat your home if there's no power. You said, and they want you to bring a bag for you to pack the food you buy now. All of that. You said, I went to the store and bought hair ties, a value pack of combs, shampoo, conditioner, and a single bottle of lotion. It was 90 some odd dollars. As to why we start making our own deodorant and stuff too. We've been making our own. What all we make? We make our own deodorant. We make our own skincare. We did. Well, listen, huh? You said you was thinking about us a couple of days ago. Well, here we is. God put us on a few of y'all minds. What made you think about us? T. Ellis. It's a real thing. And you still have a little bit of time. God forbid, what happens if nothing? We make our own soap, bread, pasta, seasonings. Oh, we sure do make our own onion powder and stuff. We sure do. We sure do. Soap and candles. We've been making it because if it ain't in the store, what you gonna do? Laundry soap. We've been making our own laundry soap. All kinds of stuff. Thank you, KP. It's a real thing. We also talked about how a certain organization wasn't gonna make sure you was good. Do y'all see it? We said that this was not going to be like 2020, and the finances that were just shoveled out to people, it wasn't going to be like that this time. It's not. God told us they was going to cut people off of certain things, and it's happening. That certain things were going to go away, books being one of them, and now there's a book ban. In 22, there was not a book ban. In 25 and 26, there was a book ban. Everybody told us we didn't need all these books. And then they start throwing books away and saying what books can be read and what books can't. Schools are closing down. Hey, Kiki, do you hear me? Yeah, we not on TikTok no more. We just came over here to see what y'all was doing and see if y'all see if any of our classes didn't come true. Any of the ones that you set in on. That's what we over here for. Right? Information is being stripped. And right before it started being stripped out of the libraries, God told us, hey, go buy as many books as you can so that you can know the truth, know what's happening, know what's going on. If they close the schools down, you'll have something to teach your children with, and they're doing just that. You say you don't need no books. Well, somebody has to study the ancient text and be the keeper of the histories and do and yes. Who gonna tell you the story? Who's gonna tell you the story? Us. You said a lot of the stuff you said has come true. Kiki, God was warning us all, and people got over here and called me crazy and called me, all kind of names, but we see it every day in class. Every day. We can go back to time and days because we're still journaling. If God gives us a word, we're still writing it down and we are still seeing it come to pass. And we are. We on TikTok, YouTube over here too. And like I said, Substack, but yeah. We seeing it every day. Even with the countries and how everything is going on. Like y'all know we was studying who such and such was and who such and such was and who such and such was. And we are seeing our classes, they still popping up. I don't even remember which one it is. This one, I think. I think it's this one. Is this one? Nope. This ain't the one. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I don't even remember. Which one is it, y'all? Whichever. It's the wine book, I think. Whatever the case. They still popping up off the page. I can't remember which one is our popular book because we don't use these no more. Oh! Can we talk about it? The new Minions movie? If you was here in the beginning of this, when I was telling y'all they be having y'all kids doing witchcraft, and it's real magic, and folks called me crazy and said it's just TV, what y'all see now? All the symbols and stuff that we were studying here and the rituals, and they was like, she a witch, she got you studying witchcraft. I said, no, I need you to know witchcraft when you see it. You synced it? It's right in your faces. And we wonder why the kids be going through because they be teaching them how to conjure demons. We talked about that, and now they're doing it on the Minions. Hello. You synced it, Rika. You saw it, Nicole. You said they putting it in all the movies. I seen that Minion movie with that spell book. Uh-oh. You said, yes, it was so in your face just with the preview alone. Ain't that crazy? But we was called crazy. But I was like, y'all better check with your kids because y'all don't know they be doing magic. You said, girl, they doing whole rituals in that movie. Uh-oh, Lilo and Stitch as well on the TV show. Interesting. You see how that work? My son has never seen a single Minions or Despicable Me movie, and he's not gonna. He already be on my head about the shows and movies that have demons. Listen, saw it this weekend. We had a talk afterwards. Interesting. The creature said loud and clear, I'm the deceiver. Oh! You said they got tons of spell books at Five Below. Yes, they do. And hoppers as to why we keep seeing all the wildlife in our areas. Uh-oh. Literally summon a whole demon in a movie. Uh-oh. So y'all think our classes was worth it? Do you? You think they was worth it? You think sitting down and learning all of the names of the demons and what they do and how to conjure so that you can see it when you see it. Now your eyes open. You can't unsee that. And they understand that children are a canvas, honey, and you can paint whatever you want on them. You said, yeah, Lilo and Stitch, she doing voodoo with a doll. Oh. 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 That crazy lady on TikTok was trying to put some fat on your head, I promise. And every other person that came through here that used to do witchcraft and magic, hey, we've been on YouTube, y'all. We ain't went nowhere. We on YouTube. We still have class. We have over 1,900 classes, y'all, in real life. He said, I got my son a new Nintendo Switch for his birthday, and he's been playing Donkey Kong with me, and there are whole spell symbols in the game. Come on, Niecy Pooh. And think about this now. People called us crazy and said, y'all shouldn't be looking at that information. And I said, you don't even know what's in your house. Y'all remember how many people got mad at me when I said that the Spider-Man symbol was the Baphomet? And they said I was reaching. Y'all remember? I got called a lot of ugly names over here for a long time. And I stuck with it because I knew they just didn't know. They just didn't understand, baby. But now they understand. Because you can't unsee it once God put it in. You cannot unsee it now. It's a real thing. I'm grateful. You said yes, but you were correct. Listen. You said, yeah, I noticed that Donkey Kong game be having a person on the back of his neck. I thought it was weird. Like a Dybbuk. Like a Dybbuk. Hey. We did. But they didn't got rid of some stuff, so we over here visiting y'all. We just wanted to see what y'all been seeing with y'all own eyeballs. We wanted to see if y'all seen any of our classes coming to pass. That's what we want to know. Did you see the warning come to pass? I said, listen, in a couple little bit, because remember, folks, was like, she a false prophet. Let me ask you a question. How's the food right now? Is it more expensive or less? What about water? What's the quality of that? Oh, what about the fake food we talked about? That ain't really food, and you going to be paying more for food that ain't really food, because we had that class over here, too. We talked about gas going away, so you might want to have everything you need in your house because you're not going to want to be outside in the chaos with all of it ensues and stuff. And it's been happening. Cell grown, interesting. Food don't taste the same. It does not. You said yeah, and the girl on his back uses her voice to change things and grant him special abilities, aka cast spells. Okay. You said you talked about all those things. It's coming now, and listen, because God was warning the world, and He ain't just using me. He used a lot of other people, but because a lot of people wasn't talking about it at the time, nobody wanted to hear it. A lot of people didn't want to hear stock food and try to understand how to make something out of nothing and make candles and things like that because they didn't want to hear that because they could flip their lights. They didn't want to hear that because it was all the extra food stamps and all the extra money. But God told us in a short time that was going to go away. And look, all of the assistance and all of the things that we were getting because it was 2020. He said, don't be so happy to rush outside that you forget what I said was coming. Either you believe the Bible or you don't. Now, you don't got all the pieces if you just be reading the KJV. Sorry. That's why you be missing, thinking you don't got to prepare. I used to have to argue with Christians on here. Y'all remember? They was like, we don't got to worry about it. Oh, so if it ain't no water in 3 weeks, you don't got to worry about it. Got it. Okay. Because he sure told us it wasn't going to be no water. It wasn't going to be no food. It wasn't going to be this and that. And people said they don't have to worry about here because they wasn't going to be here. With the rapture still haven't happened. And the temple is built. And they did the kale. They did that. And right. A lot of people said that we were crazy, have gone silent, of course. Why did I just get a notification that you're live after I've been in class all this time? They be playing real bad. You know they don't want nobody to find us. They waking up. Listen, I'm just grateful. To those of you that listen, I don't care if you only bought water straws and lights. You better off than some folks. But if you're not too prideful, either learn how to make it yourself. Stop door dashing as much. Okay? Go on and learn how to make pasta with your kids. Turn it into a science experiment. Learn how to make bread. Cast iron bread pans are going to be huge because you can put those over an open fire. Them cute little bread pans and stuff that we got, that's not going to last if the grid goes down. You need to make sure you have at least one cast iron skillet, one cast iron bread pan, so you can make bread every day. You can buy bags of wheat berries and grind them as you need them. You can also take those same wheat berries and plant them. You said they blocked you for a long time from your channel. No, I don't be over here. We don't be over here. We on YouTube, y'all. We do all our classes on YouTube. You said been cooking at home darn near every day, and I'm finna get some new KitchenAid attachments. Come on, baby. Come on. We ain't about to be out here without nothing. Okay? No, they didn't block y'all. I ain't been on here, y'all. And they hid us. If you was here in the beginning, I told y'all they was gonna hide us. Yeah, but I told everybody we was going to YouTube. That's where we are every day. If nowhere else, we gonna be on YouTube. We on Substack too, cause we probably won't be over here because they be playing, and they the same thing they started doing to us on TikTok. They're doing on YouTube and on fan base. We was over there. We was a whole bunch of other places, and they keep on hiding us. Yeah. Yep. Use dryer sheets to start and kindle fires. Yep. You said, how do you make water, or how do you go about it? I've been paying attention. I'm just unsure of what to do. Well, I don't know that you can. There's a ton of ways that you can draw water out of the air. Where am I on YouTube? The same, y'all. Our YouTube is the same. Okay. Our YouTube is the same. We still CERCA TROVA, 22. We left the old address. We don't live there anymore. Right. Forget Naruto's village hidden in the leaves. You said we the village hidden in the books. Is well, is You said they have a video on TikTok about how to draw water out of the air. They do. They have a lot. And if I were you, instead of watching the famous people, right? Because we in districts now. You said bottle in the sun makes water. That's a basic start. Yeah, yeah. There's a number of things you can do, but you need to learn how to do some of them. Okay, we don't be over here no more, y'all. We on YouTube though, y'all. From 22 until now, we have over 1,900 videos, and that's not even counting the ones that we blocked. We're still having class. We're still, because they don't let us show books and stuff over here. So we on YouTube and we're on Substack. Because I be wanting to show y'all the books and they don't let us do it over here no more. So that's why we don't be over here. Because every time I would show a book, they was on that weird stuff because I don't have a card. Because we not selling nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't selling it, they don't let you show it. So, seeing this how we ain't selling nothing, but they don't let us show nothing over here. You hear me? You haven't seen a lot from me in a minute because we don't be here. We be on YouTube though. We be on YouTube pretty much every day. Yeah. YouTube or Substack. So if you have Substack, you can follow us. You said you've been taking us to school. Over 1,900 videos on YouTube. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Yes. So, on blah blah blah. On Substack it's CERCA TROVA 22. The same. CERCA TROVA 22, y'all. This is our YouTube and our Substack. You said, I used to be in class every day. I missed when you said you were moving. Oh, okay. Y'all haven't seen us. Hey, great woman, how you been? Y'all, we still in the same place. We still been on YouTube. Maybe they don't be letting y'all know. You say agreed. Unfollow the celebrities. What feeds you and your family? Listen, yeah, I'm good. Getting ready to have my 6th grandbaby. When I met y'all, I had just had my grandson, and he was the only one. My other daughter was pregnant. Now I'm about to have 6. You still want to interview me? You know what? It's the end of the world. Why not? Now don't act. But grave woman, can I say something? Hey, pumpkin, kiss that baby for me. I want to tell you something too. The holiday, I got a huge compliment on my blue earrings. I got a lot of compliments. It's the end of the world. Why not? But you see what went on with all the podcasters. That's exactly what I told y'all in 22. I said, I don't know why. I just feel like it'd be a lot of drama, and I don't want nobody waiting until I leave and be on no funny stuff. And that's why I wasn't doing no podcast. And look, that's the whole culture right now. See, God was protecting me. He was protecting me from the craziness. Because, folks was asking me, and I was like, I don't know. But I did tell you I would do yours. And it's been 4 years, so I didn't lie. It's the end of the world. I got you. We good. We got 4 years good. Foundation, no drama, no chaos, no craziness. So, no. But we made it 4.5 years without a scandal. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. We made it 4 years without no scandal. Thank you, God. You said I got moisture bags from the dollar store. Dollar grocery store. Yep. You said I have most celebrities blocked on social media, so I don't see much from them anyway. Yep. L Centrics. Do you only got, my email is the same. L Centrics, do you have Instagram? I can't remember, pumpkin. Yes. Somebody's asking. She got Instagram. So it's L Centric Accessories, ELL apostrophe Centric CENTRIC Accessories. If you want to get you some custom earrings made. Right, but some people don't have TikTok no more. Because I don't be over here. We ain't been over here, so. And I'm not saying they don't have it because of me. They was being invasive. So we got off. But now I guess they don't care about none of the stuff that you said you don't want, because I accidentally almost went live over here. How that happened, I don't know. When I had the stuff in place where they couldn't do that, and then so we over here. Just probably for today. Yeah. So What was I saying? I don't know. I'm grateful though, y'all. You said I will have to learn how to use IG again. I deleted all our videos. As y'all can see, the only place you're gonna find our videos, any of our classes, is on Substack and YouTube. Cause I took all my stuff. Thank you. I cut it. I cut it last October. I cut like 6 inches off in some places, 3 inches off in other places. Thank you though. Yep, I cut it. It was past my elbows on some spaces, and I cut it because I went through an ugly breakup. So it was time. Trying to get it more even too. But yeah, I cut it. It has grown though. I'm grateful. I needed to grow back to where it was though. That's what I wait for. Wait for it to get back. I cut it too short. Hey, hey. No, we not back. We came over here to see what y'all been seeing. And if y'all been seeing any of our classes come to pass, we not back. We still been having class. But we wanted to know if y'all seen any of the classes that we have had come to pass. That's what I came over here for. That's what we came over here for. We came over here to see if any of the things that you studied here, because everybody been gone different lengths of time, to see what has happened. You said they collect the moisture in the air. Are you like the mold bags, kinda? You said they need us over here. Where are we watching the classes? Classes are on YouTube and Substack. We still be having class now. Do they be kicking people out like they used to do over here? The exact same things that started happening over here as to why we're not over here anymore have been happening over there. They're not going to tell you we're live. If you subscribe, they probably unsubscribe you. The same things are happening. They're hiding us. But we have Substack and we have YouTube. So between those two, even if you don't get into the live, you'll still be able to get the class. Because we're not going to be over here like that because they be playing. We just came to see what y'all was doing over there. Yeah, I'm happy you did too. Yep. We still been reading and studying and learning and understanding so that we can prepare our minds for the things that God said. Well, I know now they playing. Now they making this reconnect. Ain't that crazy? Uh-oh, here we go. Did they block y'all out? I knew it was coming. You said I believe it because they don't let me know on YouTube and I'm on there daily. Yeah. But we talked about this in the beginning. I said, listen, I don't know how long they're going to let us do this. So please get all the information you can while you can, because they're going to start hiding us. Because if y'all notice, everything that we talked about was in Project 2025. And we was talking about it in 22. Yep. Everything that we were talking. Now y'all understand why they started Shadow, BZ, and me. Because everything that I was telling y'all, everything that God was warning us about was Project 2025. All of it is Project 2025. But we ain't know nothing about Project 2025 and 2022. Thank you. You still on both. I see them blocking it out and all of that over here. So I ain't gonna keep y'all. I'm about to go. I just wanted to see. We just came over here to see what y'all was doing. See how it worked out. But if y'all you said now it's aliens. Well, we talked about what the aliens were. We did. You're welcome. We might come over here. I don't know. Because folks be acting crazy. Y'all think we should y'all think we should have a couple classes on TikTok and see what happened? I want to see the folks that was talking crazy to us over here. Where they at? Where is all the people that was calling us crazy over here? Come into class. Thank you so much. I want to see them niggas. You hear me? Where is the niggas that was telling me I needed to quit lying to the people? Where they at? Come on in. Come to the front of the class. Don't hide as user 24630. You said yes for a little bit. All right, we might have a couple of classes over here. We're going to see. You said they don't want to be found now. No, they teaching the same thing we was teaching. It's actually what happened. You said come to the front immediately. Get on over here. Hello. Get over here. You said, look, the originals is back for a split second. That's right. We gonna come and we about to see what y'all wanna absorb now, and then we gonna cut out again. That's what we gonna do. We like the modern day disciples. You know, God would drop them off just anywhere. Shipwreck and stuff. They thinking they gonna be there for 2 days. Whole time they about to be there for 6 months. Then the nigga get locked up, so then he got to stay there. And then we get out. The angel came and snatched the staff. Then we had to be over here. Then we had to be over there because we didn't have about 4 homes. We didn't been on fan base, uh, TikTok. We left here. We went to fan base. Then we left here. We had Instagram. We got YouTube. Now we on Substack. And I feel like it was something else, but maybe not. We done been all over and everywhere. Yeah. Been all over and everywhere. The originals is back. We is. For just a moment. Yep, we did go to Lemonade. That's where we went to, and now we're not over there. See, we didn't moved all over. You said no for real. And then he be having us pray for the people who hate us. Girl. That part. You said thanks to you, I like my hair. How's it going? How's it going? You love it, don't you? And look at all what's going on with the different communities now where you remember we was talking about learn to do your nails your own self? And look, 5 years later, what's going on in the communities. Learn to do your hair yourself and learn how to make your own products. I wonder why God told us that. Oh, maybe because it was going to be blackouts and bans and stuff. He knew back in 22, didn't he? You listen. He knew back in 22 what it was gonna be. So that's why he told us learn to do your own hair. I bet it is. Learn to cut your kids' hair. And one other thing he told us. Who remembers? He told us to stop wasting money. Y'all remember? If you was here in the beginning, not the people that's been here, the folks that ain't been here in a while and came back. Who remembers that God told us to quit wasting money? Don't blow your money and make sure that you are buying things that are going to be valuable and that are not just expensive. Can you see why now? He said, buy these things while ain't nobody thinking about it. Because once everybody get wind of what's coming, they going to shoot up and be way more expensive. What's happening right now? All the stuff that we bought a couple years ago that we was getting for pennies on the dollar, baby, is wild prices now. You said, right, started cutting my own hair. Come on. You said, ever since my son has joined the lock community, I haven't heard the end of how much cooler he is than me because of his locks. Crazy work considering I be doing this read to his girl. But my son used to be like, Mom, move on, boy. Exactly. Because his hair sprouted out and past mine. That's when I was part of the other club I told y'all, the BHB club. And yeah. My son, I'm the one doing them, and you want to tell me about how much longer they go? Okay. That's when I still only needed one rubber band for my whole ponytail. Not the thick one either, just the one out of the little tub. I just needed one because I was about to wrap. You said I got 4.5 years worth of locks. Now listen, starting my lock Sunday, it makes sense too. It makes sense. I mean, listen, that part. Listen. Isabel, right? And look at what God done did for us. He done made our hair fuller and everything. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I might get back on later. We'll see. I gotta talk to the other people in the community because I don't want them to think I'm treating them funny. Because you know how that be. But you said his locks are mid back length, and now you said, but he's got healthy shrinkage, and it's so beautiful. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is. I mean, but you got to think about it right now. Listen, you said I'm about to cut mine, so I'm not sitting on them. Listen, I cut mine and I regretted it afterward. Shouldn't have did it. I shouldn't have did it, baby. And I be like, what was I thinking? I was not thinking, and they was uneven, but that's okay. Listen, I shouldn't have cut them. I should not have cut them, but it is what it is. They a little bit more even than they was at first. So you said been stocking up on the D batteries for when the power go out. You said D battery and alkaline and phone charger cords. Charge phone anywhere. You're not gonna in that moment. You're not gonna want to take phones with you. Hello, come in. You said they're tracking everybody with a cell phone. That's why they got AI. Hello, come in. Thank you. You said you're gonna want to get rid of everything that they can track you with. Hello, like a watch. Hello, your earbuds. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Or you gonna lead them right to you if you don't plan on taking them out. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? You said I asked him one day if I could tie them up. He said no. I look like a girl. I like my hair down. He said yes. He's at that age where girls are icky right now. You got a solar air fan. Come on. Hello. You don't want to be tracked, so then you're not gonna be able to take them in your devices. Would you get used to it now? Got rid of my Apple Watch and went digital basic watch. Hello. Analog is going to be a thing. Hello, 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 hello. Come in, come in, come in, come in. These ain't so crazy now, are they? You'll want to have some for your house. Long range, too. If you can get one with a long range, you'll want to get some. Okay? I love y'all. I'm about to go. It's already 3 o'clock. Let me get moving. I unplugged my Alexa due to the new feature of her talking back to me. Spirits is just talking and rambling and rumbling and all kinds of stuff, ain't they? It's a lot going on in the world right now. And God was trying to prepare us for all of it. That's why he had us looking into everything. All of it. You said it show is. It's a lot of crazy stuff happening and a lot of things that people didn't want to believe, but now you can't not see it. God is tearing up the earth. He's drying up the water. He's doing a lot of different things. Everything that man built is being torn down. So, I love y'all. We might get back on here. We're going to see. We don't have no schedule. Y'all know that. We just blow through the air like God tells us to. We land wherever he tell us. Wherever he put us in, that's where we be. So, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You said, look at all the crazy weather. Oh, yeah. We already have been studying about it. Then we y'all. It's some, listen. If you have those 2 yellow books that we started pushing when we first got over here, you'll need to get in them if you haven't. If they been sitting collecting dust, because you ain't seen us in a while, them 2 yellow books telling you a lot about what's going on right now. If you bought any of the books that I asked y'all to get in the beginning that are the lost books, you'll want to open them and not just have them be for the aesthetic. Because every time we open them, we learning something new, and then we study it, and then it's on the news. Yeah. You said they raised the price on them again, too. I know. They $128. You said what yellow books? The Old Testament pseudepigrapha or pseudepigrapha, depending on how you say it. The books I was teaching out of, I can't really show them because they be acting crazy. But the books that we used to study out of every day, they used to be $48. Well, when we first started, they was like 59, 58, 64, and then they went all the way down to 48 for 3 years almost, and then they shot up to $128. You said dusty books with uncracked spines. All our books been getting cracked. So much so that ours are falling apart. We done went through several sets. How many of y'all done went through several sets of your OTP? Watch this, y'all. If you been here, how many of you done went at least 2 sets? Some of y'all done went through more than 2 sets. Hey, who done went through? You done went through 2? He said, I'm going to keep searching for the full PDF version online for those that might not be able to get them. Okay. You said the new books is the author TB, Davila and Burke. One of them is Burke. They're different ones. One of them is Burke. And then the other one is Bakum, Davila, and some Russian looking name. You said you still holding on to the original. You said, yep, I went to buy them. They were over 100. I told y'all, hurry up and get them when you could. Did I lie, though? I told you, I said, look, this stuff don't seem valuable right now. I promise it don't. But I promise you, everything that, I don't know why he kept telling me, but all of this stuff that he told us to get, it's all of value right now. I don't care how small, how simple, it's all of value. The water filtration stuff. Every single thing he told us to get, he told us last year or the year before to go get floaties. Like little, he told us to get fire ladders, right? Fire ladders, floaties, and the like little boat things for like a couple, like get 2 or 3 of them. And now look at what's been happening. It's been floods and 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 fires and all of that. You know, in places where it normally don't happen. So, I'm just grateful that we listened. You said I can just take my mom's because I know she's not reading them, that part. You said I got them in 22. Come on. You said we have 2 sets and mine has cracked spines and it's decorated cover to cover in sticky notes and it's filled with highlighter marks and annotations. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. They better be used. You said, yep, water filters, canning equipment, gas mask, dehydrators, everything is high. He was letting us see into the future. We could see further than other folks could see. Hello. You said your bookworm looks a mess. That's good. Have you noticed that this world wants you to be uninformed? You said mine got some of our references written in them as reminders. Come on. They don't want you to know. They want you to be caught off guard. And we talked about that 4 years ago. They want you to not be informed about what's going on. Because then you're more easily deceived. You said, where's our musically gifted cousin? Didn't we talk about it? We did. We did. We talked about all of it. And look at God. He didn't let our words fall to the ground. Hello. So, I ain't going to keep y'all. I'm about to go take these boots off. That's what I'm about to do. Because my feet is not comfortable. Y'all know I don't like wearing shoes like that no more. Woo! This the longest I done kept some shoes on in a long time. Come on. Oh. My toes can breathe. And y'all couldn't even see my shoes, but I said I'm going to put them on anyway, just so I can say I wore them more than 30 minutes. And I didn't wear them all these hours. You said, between the OTPs and my WOIU notes, I say I'm well informed. Come on, baby. Come on. Listen, y'all see. Some sparkly boots around here. Hello, girls. Hello. Yeah, it's time to go back in the box. One set down. Okay. I said the world ending, so I'm about to start trying to put on one outfit a week. Might as well. I don't want no shrine. I don't want this to be no shrine. Thank you. They was for my boots on the ground stuff, but God didn't let me put no boots on the ground, so I'm just going to leave them on the carpet right here. He said, "Yeah, no, you're not going anywhere." So I thought I was going, when the whole boots on the ground. I thought I was going to get to go somewhere. No, he didn't let me go anywhere where there are any boots on the ground. So I'm just wearing them before the world ends. And so I put them on today so I can actually say I wore them. I wore them today. What's today? The 9th. Yes. I love y'all. I'm about to go. Girl, I thought he was about to let me go to the boots on the ground, honey. So I can. He said, sit down. Right. You're not going anywhere. Have a seat. Listen, you said I appreciate how everyone a couple years back was sharing the information and the events happened when the news was getting withheld, right? So boots on the ground, right on the carpet. Have a seat. You're not going anywhere. Great. So I love y'all. I'm about to go watch some TV and eat me something real quick. And I'll probably take a nap. And maybe we'll come back to TikTok for a week or so. Maybe there's a reason. I don't know. Well, that ain't supposed to come off. So we'll see. We will see what happens. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.